This is something we're really excited about. It's a car we've been working on behind the scenes. We've not done anything on social media in any way, shape or form because we wanted to reveal it. This was a white, less than 1,000-mile-old GT4RS Spyder, which we've turned into frozen berry pink, the Taycan colour, and we've done a lot more than that. So I'm going to walk you around the car, we're going to show you what we've done, and this has been something that's been a labour of love for our special client. So this client came to us with a white car as a blank canvas purposefully. They went to Porsche and they couldn't get a slot on Paint to Sample or the Sonderwunsch programme. So they came to us at Weissach UK and they said, let's sort this out. Here's what I want, and it was all about colours. Colours make cars, and I think you all agree with me, there's some colours here. So obviously we've got the Taycan frozen berry colour, but the interior you'll see that's popping through has been something that's been chosen custom. It's not in the Porsche palette usually, so it's something beyond what Porsche could have offered at Sonderwunsch, I'm sure. So something that you might have noticed is there is no U-shaped exposed carbon on this bonnet. The customer said, it's too much, I want to have more smaller details, and if we do the smaller details with the big U, it'll just look a little bit wrong. And I think it's worked out really well. It gives the car an extra layer of uniqueness in terms of its spec now, but it still retains the carbon bonnet. And under here is a hidden surprise. One of the pinkest boot liners you've ever seen. This colour has also been matched in the rear, which is a much bigger boot, and the same colour palette has been used to some extent on the interior. So this car has got some extra carbon bits. In the wings, the triangles, the front splitter areas, and around the DRLs. Unfortunately, timescale was against us, so we couldn't get these made in real carbon. So we opted for carbon dipped, along with lacquer over the top and paint protection film because of the high thrash areas. We think it's worked really well, and the pattern and weave in it matches the genuine carbon very well, and really brings out the two-tone colour palette of this car, mainly being the greys and dark blacks of carbon and the frozen berry. Centre locks have been in the news recently. There was a big recall, lots of cars affected. This car is one of them. That's why the car's got the caps off, because Porsche wrote to the owner and said, we need to inspect the car, but the car was undergoing all this work. So we went to the effort of going to remove the caps, and the codes here tell you the batch and the part numbers, and these are affected. So these are about to get swapped out. At the rear of the car, we made some small changes. The tabs were red, and the customer wanted to try and play them down a little bit, so they've gone grey with the red stitching. The car's got some special things at the rear of the car, obviously the carbon bits here, and also just out of shot, which we'll pan to, is the embossed Weissach RS in the roof. Just like the front boot, the rear boot got the same treatment and is now a pink paradise. As you can see, it's bright. So at the rear of the car, we've also dipped this massive piece here, made up of several pieces, which is the rear diffuser. It looks really impactful at the back of the car and really sets off those amazing factory tips. The interior, it's bright, we love it, we think it really complements the exterior of the car. We've retained some of the darker points, like the lower dash, steering wheel, etc. But we've changed quite a bit of the interior to be really exactly how the client wants it. The car left the factory with bucket seats. That wasn't for the customer, it's not for everybody, and it's not for doing the miles in the car, which is what the customer wants to do with this. We went a step further, we matched the stitching, and we've done custom embroidery. We think this interior is fantastic and a real showcase of the type of work we can do here at Weissach UK. If you've got anything like this that you'd like to work on project-wise, doesn't have to be a water-cooled car, it can be older. We're here, pick up the phone, come down for a brew.